This week's episode of the Indian Dots podcast. What did we discuss? See that
Plantar
little blank I just
fasciitis.
drew? That was a nice blank.
Pain in your foot, pain in your life with
Plantar
your wife.
fasciitis for Karan. For me, it's going
September
to see
pain.
Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock.
Yep.
For him, it's also blood clots in pregnant women.
Yep.
Understand why. He's a doctor. Clarity. Nothing dodgy going on there. And
Pain in September.
pain in September for me.
Yeah.
Pain at not being allowed to be left alone at a spa.
Quiet time important for men.
And
yes.
also washing machine habits.
Yes.
Back again
Clean
with
your
the vengeance.
appliances.
Part 3, I think it is. But have a look. Let us know your thoughts and we'll catch you there later. This week, welcome. Podcast started. What's happening, Doctor? He told me to speak more because he didn't want me to talk less at the beginning of the podcast. He got very upset.
You're not explaining.
He feels a bit flustered when I don't speak to him and I'm speaking broken like this, throwing him off. Is this making you feel any better?
He's just a weird person. Aren't you?
Thank you. What's happening, Doctor?
Well, firstly, message to Riz, our editor, and our many listeners, and Indy.
Yeah, ma'am.
I have changed my top, as you can see. Now, what I will say is it's exactly the same top in a different color. I have this in 4 other colors, and this is what I wear. And Shindy has suggested we get a uniform. We've been talking about this.
I'm not getting a uniform. No.
Branded top would
No.
be nice. A kind of Medex style top
No.
with the logo. No, you don't have to wear it.
When did we start going to school?
No, it's not about school.
It is going to school.
I like uniformity. You do not have to wear it,
No.
but I'm going to represent the podcast.
I'm overruling it. You're
That's
not
fine.
doing it.
No, I will do it.
No, you don't.
Or we get
No.
the mug. Get the mug then.
I told you I'll
Get the
you
mug. Get
for
the
your next
mug,
birthday.
man.
Mug for the next birthday. I'm happy.
So let me just share something with the listeners. So we have a WhatsApp group set up, Indy and I and Riz, our fabulous editor,
Yes.
who hopefully we're going to be meeting in person in England in November. So fingers crossed.
Been a while.
Yeah. So these two, so I don't really read the messages, right? Like there's hundreds of messages. They're messaging each other daily, like proper bromance and stuff.
It's not bromance.
And
it's business, but
it's business, but bromance. And then, I just caught one message. I kind of saw my name and it was like, oh, Riz was saying something like, I can change the color of his top.
Let me explain. Last week's episode of the podcast, you saw Karan was wearing
A
duck
green. Duck egg, which is
Week
my
before,
favorite color.
duck green.
Now,
So
I do wash it, so it's not like it's the same smelly top.
I
So
don't think you do,
Hygiene is not the issue here. It is my favorite color. I just love the comfortability of
Doctor,
that top.
I don't believe you wash it at all.
Shindy washes it, so it is washed.
Yeah, you don't wash it. You see
It's
what I
fine.
did? there? Caught you out on a technicality.
I've outsourced it. The washing gets done. I'm not the one doing it.
Anyway, going back to the point, right? He messaged me saying, nice t-shirt, Indy. I was like, oh, thanks, man. He said, by the way, Doctor's wearing the same top 2 weeks in a row. And I was like, yeah.
I love the concern. He knows it so well now.
He likes being frugal, right?
Yeah. Comfort. I think it's comfort more than frugality.
In
now.
my head, I'm like, okay, why don't you tell him to change tops this week? Because he's not listening to me. And you didn't read the message. So I told you again today. And I said, you can't wear duck green. You said, fine, I'll wear this one instead.
Mango yellow.
I'm happy with that.
Absolutely.
I'm
exactly
fine with
the same
that. As long
top,
as you change tops each week. We're not doing uniforms. Because I get compliments on my t-shirts.
From
So do
Riz.
you. And then if you do a uniform episode each week, it's very difficult to distinguish people. Or people find it very difficult to distinguish the episode that they're referring to.
Because
So
of what
sometimes
you're
if they
wearing.
watch it visually, they're like, oh, it's the one where you were wearing this or something green or
Karan's wearing
whatever.
the same clothes,
For you,
yeah.
it will be a quarter of the episodes going forward from now because you'll be wearing the green one.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
I'll do one top a month
Yeah.
and then I'll circulate.
Or you could just wear a t-shirt. What if I bought you some t-shirts?
Do you know
to
what
wear,
it is?
some stylish
I'm not-
t-shirts.
I'm not really a t-shirt guy.
I'm going to Bali. If I buy you some stylish t-shirts, will you wear them?
It depends what you mean by stylish. Like when you say word stylish, I'm thinking really loud, flamingo, Hawaiian style. That's what pictures I have in my head.
I mean,
I'm
what
not-
do you want? Tell me what you want, and
I like
will
like block colours.
I'm not getting you block plain colours.
No, that's all I wear. That's
you
all
got
I wear.
enough of them.
No, but that's all I wear. I actually need more because
Yeah.
I've got some holes in them. I've got so hench now that it's
What about like a little design on it, a little one?
yeah, it's elegant. I mean, look, the top you're wearing now is nice. I'd wear that.
So you wear this.
Yeah, I'd wear
this
that.
is not small.
No, it's not small, but I mean, to me, it's not like it's one focal
but
point.
I get niche tops like this. Like I go hunting for them purposely. Like I live for it.
No, you live to walk around Aldi and
I do, but also when I'm on
B&M
holiday,
and
when I'm on holiday, I
Yeah.
love going to find like random t-shirts that you can't find elsewhere.
as in
There's-
that's part of your like memento from
It's part
The
of
place,
living
is that
so
the-
I know I got this from
Yeah.
Madrid.
that's from Madrid.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got this from a pop-up store in Madrid, and then
Okay.
the same pop-up store appeared in Paris
Right.
when I went with Sanj about
Okay.
a few months ago.
What is it? It's a bear and a Lego piece.
It's a bear and a Lego piece, and the bear's upset it stepped on a Lego piece, so it's shouting.
Well, it's quite
when you
deep.
step on a Lego piece,
It's quite
it
deep.
hurts.
It's quite deep, man. Yeah,
It's a very deep
Okay.
t-shirt. So yeah, anyway, what's been happening?
I'm open
You
to
need
it.
to tell me something. Go on.
Yes. So we detract. So I'm wearing different clothes. Indy is very happy. Riz is very happy. Listeners, viewers, maybe you're also very happy. I woke up on Saturday with a sharp pain in my foot. So right foot towards the heel. So I quickly self-diagnosed myself as plantar fasciitis. Now, for those you don't know, so fascia is something that exists everywhere in your body. It's kind of between all your muscle planes and joints and fluid and everywhere. So fascia is a very important thing. Okay. It became inflamed. It's a quite common thing. It was a bit surprised that I got it. I was trying to work out how I'd actually got the injury. Started Googling a little bit about the causes of it. Flip-flops. So in the summer months, I wear my hobbies. I don't know if you've seen them. So my hobbies are super comfortable kind of branded slippers that Shindy got me into.
Yeah.
Kind of before that, I was doing like a next pair every 6 months and I just wear them out. Whereas the hobbies, if you take care of them, I'm kind of like 2 years in now. They're really good. But in the summer months, it's hot, right? And when you take your socks off, going straight into there kind of just makes them smelly. So I've gone to kind of my I've forgotten the brand now. What's the brand of flip-flops?
Havianas?
Yeah, that's the one. And obviously it's very flat. And that's the only thing I can think that's caused the plantar. And so I spent most of the weekend with a golf ball, rolling it out, putting real pressure on. Shindy's massaging it. Took some ibuprofen to dampen the inflammation. It's actually now gone, so it went pretty quickly. But excruciating
that's what
pain.
makes me think it isn't plantar fasciitis, because that normally lasts for a long time.
Depends. You're thinking about chronic plantar fasciitis. So in any condition, you have the acute form and the chronic form. If it becomes a common injury and a site of chronic inflammation, then yeah, it will stay longer. I've never had this before. So hopefully it's just a one-off.
If I got you a pair of barefoot shoes, would you wear them?
I'll try them. I'm open to a lot of things.
I'm being deadly serious. I think if you wear barefoot shoes, you'll love them because they're so comfortable.
I mean, I came home today and
they're so wide.
So viewers, today I went to work, then went to the gym, and as I came back, Indy was already here setting up in my bedroom. And as I came to the door, I saw
Shindy's bedroom.
Shindy's bedroom. Yeah, I'm allowed to co-inhabit
because
from time to time.
She cleaned up 95% of the stuff, and it was hers. That's why I said Shindy's bedroom. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. That's true. I mean, you
I'm
saw when we were setting up the camera, me moving my stuff out the way for the camera was what? One bag.
See?
So I'm a clean person. I detract. Yes, I came through the door and I saw your weird shoes by the radiators.
The barefoot shoes, yeah.
You know what it is? It makes your foot look really wide. That's
the point.
That is the point.
Yeah.
Oh, we've spoken about this because it's not squashing you.
Exactly. It's not squashing your toes together. You've got to be wide. And then it makes you use the arch of your foot and your toes get stronger. Your feet get stronger.
Happy to try them.
Try them, man. I will happily send you a referral code and everything. And you can get it. Trust me.
Okay, fine.
Trust
happy
me.
to try that.
You will like it. I know you will.
I'll let the listeners know about our little social experiment.
I'd love them to sponsor us. Imagine that. That would actually be like amazing.
That would be great.
Because I firmly believe in their brand. See?
What's the brand?
Vivo Barefoot.
Vivo
Barefoot.
Okay, fine. So shout out to them guys. They're not sponsoring this, but if they were, they'd be very happy about the justice we're doing to them. So what did I do? Yeah, so I had the plantar, but then I had to meet I was meeting Raj, one of my very good friends, and his missus. We had some activities planned. And one of those was going to Sixes. So Sixes is a place in the mailbox where it's like a batting cage, but for cricket.
Yeah.
So I've done the baseball one before in Birmingham. I think that's Roxy's Ballroom or something like that. And this is another one, but for cricket. And the good thing is when you're batting, you don't have to move. So I'm in one position, so it's good for my foot. But in between, I was just rolling up my foot. But it did not hinder my batting. I got some nice videos of hitting some nice sixes. So yeah, had a pretty good weekend actually. Yeah, how about you?
I'm very pleased for you. I've forgotten what mine was. Oh yeah, I saw Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock when they came to the O2. That was great.
Saturday
gone.
We were going to go to the Sunday show.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was that last, because they've both been this year. You saw Chappelle.
Yeah.
I saw Rock separately.
I saw Chappelle last September. Sorry, last October. October.
Oh, wow, I still remember
October,
that podcast.
man.
In the
Hammersmith Apollo. Yeah.
Right, okay. And now they did a show together, which, that was, how did they even do it?
Logistically? Bro, it was actually tiring. Like, going to a show like that was tiring because you have warm-up acts, you have Jeff Ross, who's the same guy who was doing the roast guy.
Yeah.
You had Ali Wong, who came out.
Who's Ali Wong?
She's a girl from Always Be My Maybe, Chinese girl.
Funny. She's funny.
She's really funny. I quite like her.
Okay.
Then there was another guy called Earthquake who they had. And we arrived, I think we arrived bang on time, but at the end of the show, Danielle Rawlins came out.
Okay.
So he's a comedian as well. I don't know if he did a warm-up set. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But yeah, it was those three. Then it went into Chris Rock. Then it went into Dave Chappelle.
They went on at the same time?
No, they ordered it separately. But at the end of Chris Rock's hour and like 10-minute set.
Full set?
I was shattered, man. Like, I was
so
really tired.
How long have you been at the show at this point?
So we got in at 8-ish.
Right.
The whole show finished at about 11. And it was pretty non-stop, to be fair. We got in, Jeff Ross had just started, then the 2 warm-ups. In between, Jeff Ross came back on, did a roast again. Then it went to Chris Rock. Then there was a 5-minute gap. Then it went into Dave Chappelle. So everything was done by 11. But it was tiring because when you go and see a full comedian for a full hour and you're fully laughing and investing, you feel drained. You feel a bit like, oh, that was a lot. That was good, but that was a lot.
Yeah, because you always wonder, I wish I did a longer set. But actually, to be honest, if you're doing an hour, max hour and a half set, that's a good set, man.
So he dominated that, left. Dave comes on, and I was like, I'm not ready, Like, I'm still really tired.
Intermission.
I still carried on with like the whole like clapping and cheering and stuff and like fully getting my laughs in. Yeah. But yeah, he was really good. But there's such different comedians. There's nothing similar about them.
Which is good. So they're complementary.
None of them are complimentary. They're just, how do I explain it?
They're great in their own rights.
Yeah, but Chris isn't storytelling. Chris is premise. He'll give you a premise. Yeah. He'll say, this is the premise, and then weave into it. Yeah. And then I'll do that. And he was doing the same kind of sayings as he would in the Never Scared stand-up. So he will repeat the same line again and again. So in Never Scared, he had this line saying, the government hates rap. The government hates rap. The government hates rap. And then he would carry on into the next part of the joke. Then he'd say, the government hates rap. He'd do that again and again and again. Not as a filler, but just to drill it into you and then go further. So he goes, layer 1. Catchphrase, layer 2 catchphrase, layer 3 catchphrase, and I was like, damn, he's really smart with this. But when Dave came on, he was just telling you random stories and it was all hilarious. That shows the difference between the two. He doesn't have to sit there and write things out per se. He has a story in his head.
His delivery is really different as well. I find with Chris, I'm calling him Chris, like Chris Rock.
Yeah.
It's just more punchy. Like I find the same thing about Kevin Hart. Like they're louder and more punchier. Whereas Dave, it's almost like he's sitting there whispering. He like sits on a stool and he just kind of tells a bit of a story, and it's just so smooth. I find his comedy really easy. It's easy, but it's just so clever and witty as well at the same time. I wonder, did they do the set? Did you see Chris Rock this year?
I didn't.
So I wonder if he did the same set.
So I heard it wasn't the same set. I heard it was different. Dave's set was a little bit similar. So about 10 minutes of it was the same from last September, October.
Did they do anything together? Were they on stage at the same time?
It was all separate.
Okay. Any reference to Will Smith stuff? Or?
A little bit. He gave one away where he said, fuck that hostage video. I don't agree with it. Piss off. Basically, he was still quite angry about it.
Hostage video? Oh, what Will came out and said?
Yeah, he's fuck his hostage apology video. No, I'm not about it. And I was like, that's a fair point. It did look like he was being taken hostage. So he's not ready for that conversation just yet. And this is where Dave, I think, took it up a level. He made references to one of Chris's bits he did after he followed him. So imagine Chris has done a joke of that show.
Wow.
Dave followed it in and then added it in and slipped it in. And I was like, that's really smart.
Yeah. I mean, that's like improv on steroids.
Yeah.
To do it at that level.
Yeah. So
what was the venue?
That was super cool. It was a bit about 2 women, like 2 names of 2 women that you saw.
Okay.
I can't tell it now because it's not going to make sense.
No, you can't tell it because you're not funny.
No, I can't tell it because it won't make sense. You have to listen to all of Chris's
bit. You had to be there.
And then you hear his reference and then it slots in perfectly.
This is at the O2 or Hammersmith?
This is at the O2. Now the O2, big arena. I didn't like it.
O2's the big arena, isn't it?
O2's massive.
The one where we got the fruit milkshake recently.
Fruit milkshake. Yes, there.
And the tennis happens there.
That's it. Yeah. The Millennium Dome, the old Millennium Dome.
That's it.
That's the best. That's the best way to tell people.
Yeah.
So it was too big to the point where
too big. I was cordoned off.
I was side. No. It wasn't that. Imagine Chris is standing here and the stage is here, right? And it all goes out. I was on this side, the right hand side of him. So sorry, his left hand side, my right looking on, and my hearing's back in it. So I'm like, shit. I can hear it echo at the very back of the venue. because the venue's so large and so far back.
So
You hear him say something and then it bounces back there for 2 seconds on a delay. And I'm like, oh, I don't like this. You have to sort of tune it out of your ear and just enjoy what's in front of you. But by doing that, he has to leave a big gap in between his delivery.
Otherwise, he's hearing himself.
Otherwise, he's hearing himself and he's overwriting the joke and he's not letting the joke breathe. And then obviously it's a ripple effect with the laughter. So it's not all at once. It's like laugh, wave. And
so acoustically, Hammersmith is much better.
Hammersmith's more intimate. It's better. And it just feels like you're closer even though you're further away.
Yeah. No, I do like that about Hammersmith. You do feel like you're...
O2 is great for big events like the UFC where you can put it in the middle.
Sporting events.
Big concerts.
Big concerts, yeah.
But big concerts that have a stage that walks up to the middle.
Yeah.
Or like
the
Ed
Sheeran,
of the way in
Ed
at
Sheeran
least.
setup.
Yeah. Or like a Diljit setup, right? Quarter of the way in, Diljit.
Okay.
See, I said this just to piss you off. Look at that. When you rein it in.
When you have kids.
Rein it in.
No, we have to
rein it in.
When you have kids, what are you going to teach them?
Diljit, man.
Thank you. Please just as long as I don't care what you say.
No, I've got no problem with that.
Just teach your kids Punjabi.
Huh?
We are Punjabi. Teach them Punjabi, not white Punjabi. Punjabi. Diljit.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, absolutely,
Jesus, man.
Absolutely. Do you know, I'm going to speak to your dad, man. Like, just Diljit. Give me bloody Diljit and Sanjit and Diljit and Indijit.
Diljit Dosanjh.
Indivir.
Diljit Dosanjh.
Jagjit.
Singh Kyra. Right?
Kyra. Oh my God.
That's how they say it, man.
Your kids
Kyra.
are going to go to school and be like, oh, yeah, Mrs. Kyra.
Yeah, Mrs. Kyra. I was like, oh, cheers. Thanks.
Oh, God. Sanjit's Mrs. Kyra.
She didn't change her surname, so she isn't.
That's why you need to blackmail her.
Tried to, didn't work.
You need to offer her things that are not on the board, man.
Tried to, didn't work.
There are things that Sanj wants.
Tried to, didn't work.
Listen. You say to her, woman, if you want your insulin, you change the name. Okay, you know where to press the buttons, all right. If you want your milk, you change your name. Sanj, if you're listening to this, I'm on your side and I know exactly which buttons to press for him as well. So
lactose-free milk.
Don't you worry.
Oh man!
All right, cool, man. So you had a good weekend.
It was good. I went with my brother and my bubby, which was nice.
Have they seen these comedians before?
Bal saw Dave a long time ago and Chris a long time ago.
Are they into comedy like you guys are?
Yeah. Okay. Probably more. So Dave and Chris I was part into Dave and Chris by Bal, so he's got like a longer affinity to them than I do.
Got it.
Because he saw them when they were popping up in his late teen, early adult years. I was still very young when I was introduced to it, so I didn't really get the premise of the jokes.
Oh, we're too young. We just don't get them, man.
Yeah.
References.
So I was seeing Chris Rock Never Scared when I was a kid, and I didn't really get it, but I found some bits of it funny. Now when I watch it back, I'm like, I find all of this funny
relatable
because it all makes sense, and I understand the current events that were happening at the time to make the jokes pop. It's really interesting to see how stuff like that evolves over time.
Have you seen Raw, Eddie Murphy?
You know what? I haven't watched any of the old Eddie Murphy stuff.
Eddie Murphy Raw is lit, man. But there's stuff in there you just cannot say.
But there's stuff in there also that when I hear it, I'm going to be like, isn't that a such and such bit? But it's not. It's other comedians have taken his premise and done something similar. Yeah. But he said it first.
Yeah. Like, again, growing up, you and me, Eddie Murphy is like, oh, he's Dr. Dolittle, he's no professor.
No, never
he's
like
that. I was like, oh, he's a PG guy. And then I saw him do Raw, and I was like, "Yo, Eddie likes to swear words."
All coming to America.
Yeah, right? yeah.
The royal
coming
is clean, Your Highness.
Oh shit, man! But yeah, we've spoken about it a lot. So, but comedy, love comedy, man.
Yeah, man, always worth it. A good Saturday night, and but we can move on to confessions because we've got some good confessions to move on to. Back in a sec. Okay, so confessions. Go on. Confessions of a married wonder.
Of a married man. Yeah, you go first.
You want me to go first?
It's always me going first.
Oh, okay, fine.
Listeners,
I'll go first.
Indy's always like, and Karan, so come on, say something.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Good.
So,
ladies first. Okay.
I'm screwed in it for the rest of my life. I've finally understood how my life is.
The meaning of you've understood the meaning of your life.
I understood the meaning of how my life is going to look for the rest of my life. I shouldn't have got married in September. It's too expensive.
Do tell.
So I got my mum's birthday coming up.
Okay.
September.
Let's talk about birthdays. Birthdays.
Mum's birthday, 9th of September.
3 of you, 3 kids.
Yeah.
What tends to be the etiquette around your mum's birthday?
Spend time with her.
Okay, fine.
So normally let's do something at the house for her. And she's happy.
That's the standard.
That's the standard, yeah.
Gifts? No gifts?
Gifts, yeah. Always
Gifts,
a gift.
yeah.
Always a gift.
Something she wants specifically
Something
or
she wants normally.
surprise?
Something she wants normally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, so mum's birthday 9th.
Okay.
Father-in-law's birthday 10th.
This is the first birthday
Yes.
Officially,
Yes.
post-married man. What are you?
Yes.
Oh, what are you gonna get him?
He doesn't do presents apparently.
Is he one like if you try and buy it, he's gonna be like, nay, mina jayda nahi karo."
No. It's just like the family say, just don't get him anything. Just bring him over and we'll do something with him. I said, okay, fine.
I think
He hates birthdays. He doesn't like
attention.
He doesn't
Yeah.
like hanging around on
Yeah,
birthdays.
his
He doesn't
attention,
want anyone
yeah.
coming over.
You need to
So
drive him somewhere as a birthday present.
fuck off, man.
I
absolutely.
like a joyride.
Absolutely hate you. Honestly,
You need to let him on his birthday. Remember, it's his birthday. It's not about you. Let him look at you, point at you, say things to you, and you just take it.
Let him roast me for an hour.
That's the word. That is
Shut up,
the
man. I'm
word.
not gonna let him sit there.
It's
and
his
roast me.
birthday,
Good lord.
and we can get Sanj to mediate just to make sure roasting doesn't go too far.
No. Anyway,
Happy birthday. Okay.
that's the 9th and 10th. Yeah.
Right.
My wife's
Ooh,
birthday.
same day.
What
Oh,
is
the same day, aren't they? Your mum and the father are the same day.
9th and 10th.
Oh, 1 day apart. Sorry.
You deaf bunda.
You should know. Oh, you're saying 9th and 10th. All right. Okay.
What did you think I said?
I thought you were saying his birthday's the 9th and 10th. I was like, how does he have 2 birthdays? But that is a thing because the passport thing when people came over.
No. 9th, mum. 10th, father-in-law.
So what are you doing this week?
So I'm here for mum's.
Yep.
And then Saturday I'm back to London for my father-in-law's.
Lucky you, man.
And then Saturday
year.
I've got a reception.
Close enough that you're going to go to.
Yeah, in
London?
In London.
But that's not an every year thing. That's a one-off thing.
Margay. Okay. All right.
You like parties?
I'm tired, guys.
Listen,
I'm tired.
you're going to dance. You're going to bung it out. Okay.
I don't need to. It's a ex-Bangla dancer's wedding, so I don't need to. I don't have to. For once, I don't get the look of like,
yeah, do it.
Can you dance, monkey? I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Sorry.
Okay, ex-bungalow.
Right.
Fine,
I get to hide in the corner and just do my little
Clap,
claps.
clap.
That's it. I'm happy.
Clap, sing.
I'm very
All right.
happy.
Okay, so you got reception.
Wife's birthday, 20th of September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. That's
Wedding
very
anniversary, 25th of September.
Whoa, slow down. It's been a year since your wedding.
Yeah.
It's a year since we sat in the room and did a live video.
Yeah.
It does not. Oh my God.
It's been a year, bro.
How has a year gone past? I remember your wedding like it was yesterday.
Yeah. It's mad.
I
innit?
just need to let that sink in a second, man.
See what I mean? It's crazy how time has flown.
Wow, it doesn't feel like a year since
Flown.
your wedding, man. I remember your wedding really, really vividly.
There we go.
The tire. Remember the tire?
I remember the time.
Yeah, I remember everything, man.
There you go.
Wow. Okay, fine. So you've got your
25th.
wedding anniversary. So you got wife's wedding. Wife's wedding?
Wife's wedding.
Wife's
Hi.
wed-
My wedding. Wife's
Sanjay,
wedding. Technically,
so-
is her wedding. Yes. Okay.
Sanjay's birthday, wedding anniversary, and
And the anniversary of when we met is on the 20. Well, our first time that we made things officially boyfriend girlfriend. Yeah.
yeah, it is.
29th of September.
So the question is, are you gonna batch?
The question is, my life is over, isn't it? It's not even a question. Sorry.
Oh.
The statement is.
It depends on the expectation.
Kharcha.
Well, no, but that depends on the expectation. If you say, "Oh, well, we're gonna have to celebrate every one of these things, events, and it has to be a big thing. We have to buy things."
What I
have to
do,
go
Karan,
somewhere,"
is I say we'll celebrate your birthday to her.
as opposed to what yours, you mean?
No, as opposed to the anniversary. I'm like, your birthday will make a fuss of. The anniversary is just the anniversary, innit?
Both the anniversaries. You're on about?
No, anniversary period, the wedding anniversary period.
Yeah, and the first time anniversary. I mean,
What do you mean?
you got 2 anniversaries. You got wedding anniversary, and you got your first time
Yeah, yeah.
anniversary. I'm saying those two you're gonna put together.
Yeah, I'll put them together.
Yeah, perfect. That's
Yeah,
fine.
but I'm
yeah.
saying, I'll be like, no. We'll celebrate your birthday.
the big thing.
That anniversary thing is like secondary if we can fit it in.
Go for a meal or something simple
Yeah,
like
or
that.
something like that.
I'll tell you what, now having been married 5 years, I do enjoy. So we similarly have the wedding anniversary in August, and we have the when we met a week before Valentine's.
There you go.
So it's different parts of the year. But now what I'm thinking is actually we're gonna base our holidays around making those two things work.
That's smarter.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's actually a nice reason. So now we're thinking, okay, so February next year, good weather, cooler, Florida theme park, let's do it, type thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, as long as Jindy's not pregnant. But yeah, you have got a busy month. So what are you planning for Sanjay's birthday?
I'm gonna say it on here. She listens, man.
Man, you haven't going to plan, man. Don't you lie
No, I
for
actually do.
Just say like,
Actually I
big man. Okay,
Yeah.
foreign or
Huh?
is it foreign?
Well, we're gonna be abroad, isn't it? So I got something planned for it.
Oh, because you're gonna be on. Oh,
Gonna be on a, year-late honeymoon.
Yeah. Okay. Special.
Nikya?
Okay, I see.
Hor
Very good.
kharcha.
Very. Yeah.
Hor kharcha.
You got the
Give me all the kharcha. That's it. I'm ready for it.
It's fine. The pound goes a long way where you're going.
Huh?
The pound goes a long way where you're going.
It used to. It don't anymore.
Doesn't it?
It plunged to the lowest since 1980 something. Back in the
you
Thatcher
picked
era
the
today in
best
the
time to
USD.
go, didn't you?
fully smashed life me.
Okay.
I saw this cost of living crisis, new
I'm
prime
not staying
minister,
here.
new prime minister
Mistrust,
crisis,
yes.
energy crisis,
Yes.
every crisis possible. I'm like, let me go abroad.
I spend more money. Yeah.
God's sake. Okay.
And just remember this: when you're abroad,
Yeah.
you're still paying your bills here.
It's monopoly money. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh, didn't even consider that, did you? Your flat
I
is
did make
required.
sense of that. I
Mate,
did
you,
make
you're
sense of
gonna you're gonna turn off everything before you go.
Oh yeah, everything.
You're gonna be like, yeah, nobody lives here.
Yeah, that's
Kali,
I'm
vacant.
turning off every plug, every
Everything.
oven,
Fridge, everything.
everything.
Bond, TV,
I don't even
bond.
know how to set the time on the oven, but I'm happy to go through that pain just to turn the light
You
off.
can ask your father-in-law. He will know how to do it.
He will not. He will have a go
Listen.
at me.
He will know. He will know. As a president, I think I'm going to send him around to fix something. That's not.
I ain't
broken at
giving
your
you his
house.
phone number, mate. That's it.
Oh, me and Sanj will sort that out. Don't worry. That'll be your birthday present. He turns up with a screwdriver. I've heard something's broken.
To be fair, this year he turned up at the flat
Yeah.
on my birthday and just said happy birthday. He gave me a card and left. That's it. He didn't want to come inside.
Gangster.
I was like, come inside. He's like, no, boss, I'm
He
good.
goes, this is more than I've ever done.
Yeah, this is sufficient.
I have been asked to do this.
This is sufficient.
This is your card. I will
Yes.
state happy birthday.
Yes.
And
I'm
let's
getting
not.
in the car and going home now. I'm gonna
There was
go
no
see my
affection.
friends.
There was no hugs. Handshake?
Give me a hug.
Give me a hug.
Give me a hug,
Oh,
give me a
okay,
hug, give me a
nice. That's fine.
Dad
There you
gives
go.
good hugs. Good hugs. Yeah.
Squeezer. Is he a squeezer? He looks like a squeezer.
Big squeezer.
He
Big
looks like a
hug.
squeezer.
Yeah, squeezer.
But I feel he looks like a squeezer because he wants to show dominance.
He wants to show what?
Dominance. You know, like a Milne situation where if you can't pick someone up, this is a new
Squeeze it.
thing now. Yeah, it is. If you can't pick them up, you do the squeeze. It's like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to bear hug you, show you how strong I am. Because Gyani's told me not to pick you up. It's the people
Who
that.
listens to the Gyani anyway nowadays? man?
Well, it depends where you go. Sohoro Gurdwara, military man. You do not do anything.
Sohoro Gurdwara in that car park, anything goes, bro.
No. They
what
have
I'm
the guys with chittiyan at the start are they're just there.
Asli.
No, they're all standing there with their arms crossed.
Yeah.
And then you know it like these like.
I'm like, wicked. I got kabaddi judges. Let's go. Right?
But
All right, go on. Tell me your confession.
1 second, I need a
After he
swig.
takes
I
a
need
sip
a
of his
swig
lovely
of water.
Parched is the word.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to our Nando's later today. It'll be
Mhm.
good. So we went to a spa last week. No, not last weekend. The weekend before that. I think we spoke about it last week.
Yeah.
What I didn't tell you is, so we went as a 4. So me, Shindy, our sister Meher, and Kenny, my brother-in-law. Very nice day out. Now the spa has multiple things to do. So you got multiple steam rooms,
Yeah.
relaxation rooms, warm rooms, aqua massage, food, pools, jacuzzi, the works. Now, we've been to spa together. Remember,
have.
we went up north,
have.
and remember Lake District, wasn't it? As part of that, we had a point in the day where we had relaxation time. And actually, there's
Yes, we
a
did.
term
Yes, we did.
coined by your wife, Sanj, which we coined in the car, which she actually said to you. I don't know if she was saying it to all of us or just saying it to you specifically.
No, she said it to all of us because she was being quiet in the back and she missed the entire car journey because she got on the train.
Yeah, but I felt like she's saying it to you. I feel nicer about myself if she was just saying it to you.
I don't think she was just saying it to me.
No,
I think
I'm
she was saying it
gonna-
to both of us. 'Cause
Sanj-
me and you were trying to get her to like join in. And she
Sanj,
was like,
Sanj, we need clarification on this, please. I feel that you were saying it just to Indy
I don't
because
feel
you
like,
would
I don't feel
always
like, no.
want
I don't
interaction with Cindy and I. But I can understand why you want quiet time. That was the term, QT.
Yeah.
Quiet time from Indy because, you know, it just goes on a bit sometimes. And, you know, I do a podcast with him, so I know. Quiet time. And so midway through the day, I think we'd done something relaxing and there were these egg-shaped chairs outside. Kind of like you sit into them and you can sink back into it. Big enough for, you've seen Kenny, me and Kenny sat in it comfortably.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
really nice and kind of, so I had my headphones in. It was a bit of a breeze, but there was a sun, so it's just perfect. I had my robe on. I was just like contemplating life. I was there asking myself questions like, you know, how's life going? And I was in a really good headspace. And then I heard the flip-flops. Right. And, you know, when you're married, you know the noise of your wife, right? And I heard the approach of the juggernaut. So I'm calling Shindy now. The juggernaut, right? The juggernaut, guys, if you don't know, look up X-Men, right?
He
So-
said this on the phone the other day.
Yeah.
I was floored.
Yeah.
Like on the floor crying of laughter. That's how funny that
The
reference
juggernaut,
was.
the
My
juggernaut.
God.
You got to factor in also that, you know, Shindy man, like at the gym, what she's squatting at the moment, like she is beast level, man. She has the quads of like Ronaldinho, man. Like Jamie, our PT, was like, you know, one under playing rugby for like England, right? And I'm like, Jamie, you are training her to be in the scrum, man. Like her legs, Like, I'm scared to walk around the house. Like, she's just going to come and just take me down, man. Jiu-jitsu my ass. So yeah, I can hear. So my eyes are closed at this point. I was like, I know she's coming now. So then my kind of like, let's call it Anand, my bliss is like just completely
Shattered.
broken.
It's
Yeah,
gone.
it's just broken. So I open my eyes, I'm like, okay, she's going to say something now. Like, I know it's an angry stomp. It's not like I'm coming to see how you are. It's like a, why are you here stomp.
Why are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
Why are you not inside with me?
Yeah. So it's just like, whatever. It's like, come on, we need to go in the steam room and I'm like, just like, I want some quiet time. I want some me time. I want some alone time. And, just guys, fellas out there, look, it's important obviously spend quality time with your missus. That's fine. There's 4 of us on that day. We've had a lot of quality time already. But she wants me to do the everything, every second, every minute. And I'm like, no, I want some quiet time. So at that point, I did end up going with her to the steam room, which was really nice, actually. It was really good. But later on in the day, we had like an hour left and she wanted to blitz some of the rooms. She went, I was like, I'm definitely having my quiet time now.
She wanted to what?
She wanted to blitz.
Oh, like do as many as she could. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah,
bam.
there were a couple she hadn't done. And she was like, I want to do them. I said, that's fine. I'm in a good space. I just want to put my Jordan Peterson on and just listen to my audio book. And that's it. And then I put my foot down. Not really. I said I've already done my bit now.
I was going to say, you didn't say shit.
Yeah. So, but she's fine. She's like, she's not going to be able to convince me a second time. So, fellas, you need alone time. So, space, very important thing in a relationship. I think when you go from, especially if you have Asian culture where you're not married, you don't spend time 24/7 with each other. Then you get married and you spend all your time with each other, or you're around each other all the time. You still need pockets where you're just doing your own thing. So, example, tonight we're shooting a podcast. We're going to go for dinner. Shindy's gone out with all my cousins. They've gone for dinner. It's very important.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's important, and it maintains. What does it maintain? Maintains a spark. Maintains interest in each other. Let's say having kind of like I think that's why.
Yourself.
Yeah, I think even work is a part of that as well. I think when you go on holiday and you spend 7-8 days together, well, you guys are going on honeymoon. You're going to have like how long together? 2-3 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, you're going to come back with a black eye, man. Like just standard. There's no.
She's already said like there's going to be days that we're going to spend apart. I said.
Who said that?
She did.
Thank you.
I'm like, yeah, sweet. That's cool. I'm going gym. You can do what you want.
I'm going gym.
I'm happy.
You ain't going gym. You're going for a massage, bro.
No, I'm happy going for a gym, bro.
All day.
Huh?
All day.
Not all day. I'll do that. I'll go on my gallivanting. I'm happy.
You've been here before, haven't you?
Exactly. Hence why I'll go on my gallivanting.
So you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll just play the same music I was listening to then and relive my memories. That's it.
Okay, then you need to do one thing for me.
Okay.
Your jula needs to come down like 4 inches.
Jula's already here.
No, it needs to go down like
I'm
4
not
inches.
doing
And
that
I want the little gut coming out.
You want the little gut picture?
I want the little gut, and I want you on a little scooter or something.
Scooter? I'm not a scooter.
Were you a scooter?
No.
I feel like you're on. Oh no.
No.
That was Thingy, the guy we had on the podcast. Other Indy.
Yeah, that was him. He was a wild man. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not getting on no scooter in Bali, bro. You'll fully die.
I want you on the little Jula gut flex and with oily hair.
I'll take one picture.
One picture. But yeah. What do you guys have alone time or quiet time? You guys live in a flat as well. Yeah, that's an interesting point. So your flat's obviously lovely.
Yeah.
A flat obviously isn't a house, and obviously
but a flat's a flat, isn't it? Let's call a spade a spade. Space is limited.
Right. So
compared to a house. Yeah.
How do you guys do that? Like, tell me.
Weekends we tend to try and spend time with each other outside the flat, or
open spaces,
or we'll go to the gym and we'll do our separate things.
Okay,
work out. We'll have time apart in the gym, which is nice for headspace. And then we'll go home together, and then she'll be doing something and I'll do something else
in the flat. So like I'll be doing podcast prep or like loading up clips. And where do you tend to be? Dining tables? Is that your spot?
So I'll be sat on the table. She'll be sat on the sofa just watching TV.
Yeah.
And that's like that's cool. Like we're
so you're there in each other's space.
But there's no like obligation to talk to the other person. Normally it's like she says to me, "I want to watch something. How long are you going to be?"
Which, as in, she wants to watch it with you. You mean?
Or she wants to watch something now. She's trying to figure out how long I'm going to be so she can watch it now.
Oh, to work out.
So if she's got like a TV show that she wants to watch, she normally says like, "How long are you going to be?" I'm like, "About half an hour." She's like, "Cool, I can watch an episode of something."
Yeah.
Right, and I'm like, "Yeah, cool, go for it." And I got the noise cancelling headphones, so I'm like, "Yeah, I'm happy."
But it's nice being in the same space in that way.
It is nice being in the same space with someone in that way.
When you know you're comfortable, because you look at any other, even with a friend level, like we could do it as well. If you're new in a kind of like a friendship or any other kind of relationship, being alone with someone and not talking is obviously very awkward.
It is.
Getting to the point where you can just co-chill and be silent is bliss. And it's actually really nice. Like Shindy, sometimes a lot of her work obviously is based off the desk here. And sometimes if I'm not on like a call, she'll be like, can you do laptop stuff just here on the bed? Put a bit of music on, and it feels like you're chilling, but you're not, you're not like intensely chilling. I actually enjoy that. I think that's really nice.
But you got a whole house, man. You could sit in separate rooms.
Yeah, which we do. But that's what I'm saying. But sometimes I think that's what we normally do. So I'll be on the dining table in the snug or in the garden or whatever, and she'll be like, but today, can you just chill in the room? So it feels like I can see you.
Just be near me.
Yeah, be near me, but it's not necessarily in there. But then, then I can troubleshoot on any IT issues or if she's got questions and stuff. And yeah.
I like that plan. So how are you going to implement your quiet time in the future so you don't get ransacked?
Go to the spa room. I've got a.
That's your answer to the problem.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a good couple of like friends who completely advocate at least once a year going on a holiday abroad alone, like complete me time, and eat alone, walk around alone, meet new people, have conversations, and just be in your own space. And they do that as part of their personal development. And I talked about it with Shindy. She's like, "You're going to go on holiday without me. You're not going to take me." And that was the end of that conversation.
That's it. End of conversation, bro.
So
That's not going to happen.
That's never happening.
Never happening for you.
Yeah.
Unless she's pregnant and you take a pre-pregnancy holiday where she can't fly.
Key?
So she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And she's not able to fly.
Yeah.
You'll be like, I need a quick holiday. Bam, go. She can't exactly come with you.
You've just described a state when the woman needs you even more vulnerable, and you're like, I'm going to go on holiday my own and leave you here.
Hey, man, I'm giving you an out.
That's not.
You wanted it out. I gave you an out.
That is death sentence, man.
Gave you an out, bro.
The only other way around that is when you go on a lad's holiday. That's okay. That's going alone.
Just pretend like you're going on a lad's holiday. Then.
Oh, actually, just go on a lad's holiday. It's okay.
Yeah, but even lads' holidays. So like, I still would quite like to go away on my own for a few days.
All right, let's delve into that. Why? What is it you associate with the lads' holiday that you wouldn't be able to do on a lone holiday?
Time to yourself?
Depends. See, for me, the type of lads' holiday I go on,
Let's be honest. The only lads' holidays we're going to go on now are stag do's. Yeah?
No, that's what I'm saying. So I've been on non-stag activity-based walk around.
You're an
holidays.
exception. Most normal
yes,
guys
it's drinking.
that are married.
It's drinking.
It's okay, you're going to go
40s
on a stag
or 30s or stags. Yeah. But I'm not into that shit. So mine, absolutely. I understand what you're saying. Not those ones though. For me, are relaxing, kind of exploring, skiing. Let's go drive around the jungle type holidays. That's what I'm doing. Which I know you're into as well.
I can do either. I personally prefer your one because it's more fun. And I wake up fresh the next day.
2%, man.
I wake up fresh the next day and I'm like, what's next?
Yeah, exactly.
Go to bed at a decent time. It's banging.
Food. Yeah,
nice food.
The Friday night.
I'm not throwing up my food.
The Friday night of your stag, pre you becoming 2% man.
Yeah.
Where we had the barbecue in the hot tubs. You were loving life.
It was alright.
You were like,
it was alright.
This is it, man. I'm nice. Like, yeah. Then obviously you got massacred, but
massacred.
Prior to that, it was a good night.
I was
telling someone about it the other day. I was like, we had this great setup and we had the barbecue going. We're in the hot tub.
You found the place.
Great place. We need to go back.
Maybe. Need more people, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Fill out 3 lodges.
Happy?
Happy.
Right, next segment. All right, go on. Tell me some life stories of being a doctor.
So this week, it's not so much that there's no kind of funny anecdotal story as such. It's just real teaching, basically. So we've touched a little bit on pregnancy, sort of. So this is about that. It's a little bit related to that. So I had a lady come in, first pregnancy. I think she's about 23 weeks pregnant.
It was her first pregnancy. I thought you meant it was your first pregnancy that you've dealt with.
Oh, okay.
see how I led you down one room and whoop.
No, when you said that, I thought you thought I was alluding to that I'd got her pregnant or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
I
did that and flipped. See what I did there?
Yeah. Not that, man. Not spreading the seed, man. So she'd come in because she'd been referred by her GP because she had some chest pain. Now, previously we've spoken a little bit about chest pain and sort of what we call anginal, heart-related, heart attack style chest pain. But chest pain can be caused by many things. In a pregnant lady, one of the big things we worry about is a blood clot, okay, in the lungs. So you think about the heart. The heart has to get oxygenated blood, so blood with oxygen from the lungs. So you breathe in air. The air comes into your lungs and then crosses over. And the blood that's coming to the lungs gets that oxygen, goes back to the heart, and then that heart, your heart, pumps it to the rest of the body. Mm-hmm. So what I'm talking about is that set of vessels that get the oxygen from the lungs, if that has a blood clot in there, we call that a pulmonary embolism. Pulmonary is anything to do with the lung, essentially. Embolism, clot that's moved somewhere. So, and this can be life-threatening, right? So pulmonary embolism, or a PE, which is what we use as short, has a spectrum. Like you can have a PE and not really know, like a little bit of pain, or you can have a PE to the point where you could die. Pregnancy is what we call a hypercoagulable state. Mm-hmm. So coagulability is the clotting of your blood, essentially. So hypercoagulable means you're in a more you're in a heightened state where it's easy to clot. Okay, so pregnancy is one of those conditions. Pregnancy is obviously very natural, and so what we tell pregnant ladies is if you notice a unilateral one-sided swelling of your calf, and this is true for anybody.
Calf.
So I'm going to start with the calf.
Right.
So this part here, if you get a swelling or a pain here, that might be a DVT, a deep vein thrombosis. So common people this will happen to is, say you've broken something in your foot and now you're in a cast and you're immobile for like 6 to 8 weeks, not moving. You're at risk of having a DVT, which is why when you go home from having surgery or being put in a cast, they'll give you these injections to thin your blood. You spend time in hospital, so you'll know they give you what we call enoxaparin, which is to thin your blood, because generally, like when you're in normal day-to-day, you're moving around, aren't you? But if you're in a hospital, you admit you just sit on the bed all day. Some people do that.
Yeah.
We encourage people, even if you're in hospital, go walk about the hospital, kill your time, because you want to reduce that chance of a DVT, a deep vein thrombosis. So what can happen
Can you not get that on flights? Just
yeah, exactly the same thing. So which is why we say...
my mum had that, yeah.
She's had DVT?
When she came back from... where did she come back from?
India, Australia, Canada?
I think she went to America. No, she did go to America. Yeah, she came back and she had DVT. So
because swelling in the leg, pain.
Yeah, bad.
There you go. So, I mean, generally what we say on flights is just try and move about.
Yeah.
Wear the tight stockings if you want.
Which she didn't wear.
I mean, yeah.
She normally does.
Oh, she normally does. Okay. Fine. So the risk... Now, DVT in itself isn't that harmful. Okay, so... The risk is if the DVT moves. So it comes from your leg. That's what we call embolization. So it's the movement of the DVT that goes up and then causes the pulmonary embolism. That can be life-threatening. The common symptoms you'll present with are shortness of breath. It's difficult in pregnancy because the more the pregnancy advances, because you're bigger in weight and the baby's compressing things, you are going to be a bit more short breath. So knowing what's pregnancy-related and what this could be is difficult, especially if you're the person, you don't know, this is a bad day for me, is this normal, is this abnormal? Shortness of breath, coughing up blood, pain when taking a deep breath in. So I'll say to my patients, right, what I want you to do is now take a big breath in and out. Was that painful? And obviously checking the cough.
Does it only present in a cough, nothing else?
No, it doesn't have to present. I'm just saying if you have a DVT, the risk is it can go to PE, but you can have a PE natively anyway, i.e. without a DVT. So if you have these symptoms, if you had a recent flight, if you're a lady and you're on contraception, or you're on HRT, or you got a family history of DVT, so some people have these things when they're very, very young. It can run in families. There are conditions which predispose you to clotting quicker, then you need to seek medical attention. What we do essentially is if we think you've got either a clot in your leg or a clot in your chest, is we give you the treatment, which is the injection, unless you have a reason to bleed. So if you've got a high bleeding risk, and maybe we don't, then generally we can send you home, and the next day we'll bring you for a scan. That way we avoid admission. You don't need a bed, and you'll come the next day for either a jelly scan, an ultrasound of your leg to look for the clot, or a CT scan of your chest. Now, obviously, when you're pregnant, we have to think about the radiation to the baby.
Yeah.
So there are two ways to scan. We can either do what we call a VQ scan, which is a ventilation perfusion scan. That's one, or we can do a CT scan. The CT scan is better for the baby, but slightly more irradiates the breast tissue, which slightly increases the risk of breast cancer down the line. Or if you do the VQ scan, it's better for the mother, so better for breast tissue, but slightly more radiation to the baby. But the difference in what we're talking about here is like 0.0001. It's very minuscule, but ultimately we give the decision to the mother to decide. Another interesting thing I learned this week is, so sometimes people come in and, they'll say, I don't want an x-ray because of radiation, right? So one of my consultants told me this. He said, when you fly one way, anywhere in the world, it's the equivalent of 3 x-rays. I thought that is such a great analogy, because you can actually quote that to people and say, well, would you
Did
stop
you know
flying?
that you're doing X, Y, and Z without even realizing it?
Right, and would it stop you flying? No, so just don't complain about having one x-ray.
Yeah.
To give you some context, a CT scan is like 80 x-rays. A lot of radiation.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
at least. It depends on CT. Higher resolution CTs even more, which is why we have, like, you look at places like America, they, MRI,
Yeah.
magnetic resonance imaging, there's no radiation. It's great, but obviously it's expensive. So in the
It's
NHS,
also really loud as well. But yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but I've heard it's really loud. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
had one.
Oh, you've had
loud.
one. What did you have MRI of?
My back.
Your back. Oh, yeah, I remember. Normal scan, time waster.
Unremarkable scan, to be honest. But yeah.
Normal, yeah, no discs or anything.
Thank you.
He hasn't got a spine. Way, way spineless. Way. Did they give you music or headphones or anything? Or
No, had to sit there in silence and listen to the machine and not move.
it's like that kind of
Horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible. I'm like,
but better for you
done.
in terms of radiation,
yeah.
right? Because when we have young people and we're thinking about CT scans, we think, are we then potentially putting at risk to develop some cancer in the future? So the overuse of CT is something we have to think about. And if we can do ultrasound, which is obviously non-radiation based, or MRI, we will do that. But in emergency settings at the moment in the NHS, it's all about speed, and CT is still. If you come in and we think you're having a stroke, you're gonna have a CT scan of your head.
Yeah.
In America, you might go straight for an MRI head, much more sensitive. You can pick up bleeds quicker, strokes quicker, but we just don't have that here yet.
So with this lady, what did you do?
So this is actually early in the week. So I actually don't know the outcome because this was the day it happened. So the scan would have happened today, and I wasn't at hospital today. But I'm in tomorrow. So next week I'll let you guys know on the outcome. But very common thing. Now, if you went in and we were suspecting this DVT or blood clot, there is a blood test we do, which if it's negative, tells us 99.9% you haven't got a clot. It's a great test if it's negative. If the test is positive, it suggests you may have the clot. There are other causes for the blood test to be raised as well.
Mm-hmm.
Annoyingly, pregnancy is one of those causes. So although we do the blood test, we hope for it to be negative because that's great. But if it's positive, it could just be the pregnancy that's causing that raised blood test. So in that scenario, we have to base it more on the symptoms. Are the symptoms we're seeing suggested? Now, this lady, when I looked at her ECG, the tracing of the heart, there are actually some changes which are suggestive of a blood clot. So I was more inclined to say, actually, well, okay, this probably we should take more seriously because there are ECG, these are hard findings. And someone of her age, I don't expect her to have these ECG changes.
So when you have a kid, your blood levels can go
when
all over the place. When you're pregnant,
right,
your blood pressure goes high, or your blood
pressure goes high, your heart rate can go up. There's just so much because your hormones change in the trimesters. So you see different things in different trimesters. But there's so much variation of normal, and so everything you have to take so.
You have to be aware of it all.
We would say you see it in a clinical context, which is kind of like saying take everything with a pinch of salt. Yes, it could be this, but in the context of pregnancy, is it going to be that? Yeah. Otherwise, you just end up, same with medicine in general, you can over-investigate. You can think everything is everything. Everything's cancer. Everything's a bleed. But it doesn't serve you, then you're not developing any skill. The skill is knowing when to investigate, when not to investigate.
Yeah.
Damn. There you go, guys. So look, if you have a swelling of your leg, one side, and it's not red and it's not hot, but it's painful, that could be a blood clot. Get in, get a scan, get a blood test, get it sorted. If you've got chest pain and it hurts when you take a breath in, you're coughing up blood, and in the context of a recent flight, or if you're a lady, contraception, pregnancy, get in, get checked.
Yep. I like that plan.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. All right, last segment. I believe you have a question for me.
I believe I can fly.
I believe you can do my head in with the next question.
I believe I can touch the sky.
Why are we doing this?
Think about it every night and day.
Why?
Spread my wings and fly away. Think about Space Jam now.
Are you finished?
I'm finished. I just like singing, man. You don't like singing.
That's nice, man. You have a question for me, so go on.
Yes. What are you going to
This
say?
ain't my segment anymore. This is the current show this week. I've noticed he's Indy, you go first. Indy, can I have a longer intro? Indy, can you do this? Indy, can you do that?
Can I sing? I was doing the washing the other day.
Acha.
And,
Dishes.
Not dishes. Kapre, clothes.
Ooh.
Opened it, and on the inside lining, it's what looks like black mold. I think like kind of these spores.
Oh,
right?
acha.
Right, and I was like, now in my calendar, I have monthly tasks, yearly tasks, mid-yearly tasks, right? Various things: carbon monoxide monitors, drain cleaning, ice machines. Now, for the washing machine, I do empty the lint thing twice a year. The bottom drawer, the bottom right drawer, right?
The one where you
clean that.
put the detergent in. And
No. That's the top. I'm on about the bottom. There's like a little hatch thing.
What's that for?
You don't know about
I didn't
this.
know that.
So
No, I didn't
this
know
is
that.
called. You should. So you know when you wash, lint and like buttons and stuff gets stuck in this thing. It's like a filter. So look at your washing machine, the bottom left or bottom right. There'll be like a little door.
Yeah.
You open it, you pull out the thing, and Barney will come out, and like it'll be a different color, and there's like a little filter thing that comes out, and you have to clean that. So I do that twice a year. That's called cleaning your lint.
Oh shit.
The lint cleaner.
I'm scared
Something
to
for you
open
to
mine
do.
now.
He's never done it. But I know that on one of your bank holiday weekends this year, I think it was April.
I can't remember. I think it was.
Signed
this year.
some tasks for you, and
I think it was Easter weekend.
Yeah, you had the task of cleaning the washing machine.
To be fair, she didn't give me a task. I was like, why do the clothes consistently smell if I leave it in for the washing machine, say, 10 minutes after it's finished?
Oh wow, that's cool.
Normally, you can leave it in for a little bit of time and you're good.
So that was the impetus.
That was
Look
the
into
impetus. And then I found out and I was like, oof, that's a lot of mold.
So tell me, my question is, what is the effective cleaning methodology for the washing machine?
Go to B&M.
Actually,
My favourite store.
You're being serious now.
I'm being serious.
Okay, what do I need to get from
You
B&M?
go to B&M, you get mold remover. You can get spray mold remover.
Right.
It's like a black seal. It's a black container basically.
Okay.
Spray. Spray that stuff on. Leave it to sit. Follow the instructions on the back. I also put bicarbonate of soda in the washing machine.
When you say you put it in, like, is it a liquid, the soda, or just the powder thing?
So the soda itself, you have to mix it. I think it's with white vinegar and something. You mix it, you rub it on the side as well, and you let the machine wash a few times to clean it.
You just do a dry wash. You don't put like a tablet or anything in there.
No,
No, fine. So dry. So you put that. You rub that inside. You got the mold thing.
So you spray it on.
And this is
you
all
leave
you're
it to
talking about.
sit.
You're talking about the rim now, aren't you?
I'm on about the rim. Yeah,
Like, that's just the rim we're talking about now.
That's the rim.
Okay.
So you spray the rim, right?
Yeah.
You let it sit. I think you let it sit. Have a read the instructions on the back. You let it sit. You then have to really scrub it like hard,
What
and
did you
it
use?
just start coming off. I use a sponge.
Okay, I was thinking like a toothbrush, but that might be too small.
Toothbrush is too small for. Well, actually, no. Behind the rubber, you've got like the outer rubber and the inner rubber.
Yep.
You have to pull the outer rubber back, and that's when you use a toothbrush.
Right, but yeah, I knew. Were you wearing a mask for this? Like, should you wear a mask if you
I didn't.
cleaning spores and shit?
No, I wasn't
mold? No?
too worried about that. No.
Okay, fine.
So I did that. Yeah, and then the bicarbonate of soda and the white vinegar. I don't think it did much, but I still did it anyway.
Where
That's
did
what I
you?
noticed.
Had you researched that? Is that why?
I just jumped on YouTube, man. All the answers to everything is on YouTube.
Absolutely.
So
How
I
to?
went onto YouTube and they were like, if you want a home remedy, try this. If that doesn't work, you got to go and get the heavy duty shit,
Which is the mold thing?
the mold buster or whatever it's called.
Right, so that's the rim.
That's the rim.
Now I know there's other parts of the washing machine that you cleaned
The
as well.
door. The door where you put the bicarbonate, where you put your
Detergent thing, the
conditioner
powder or
in,
whatever.
And is
So
it
do you
conditioner?
see? We use tabs, so we don't use that top segment.
Nah.
Why?
I hate tablets.
You hate tabs because it's so much
Because-
cleaner. It's just
because
banging.
I like having different conditioner and different. What do you call it?
Oh, you don't like the
powder.
2-in-1.
Powder.
Okay.
I like adding both because I can control the smell of it. And then sometimes if
Smells
you've got
important to you.
whites
Okay,
and you've
yeah.
got vanish, you have to put the vanish on in the top as you pre-treat it.
Right. I know you're really into your vanish because I've seen you do that.
Bro, I have to, man. The amount of white shirts I wear that get shit
What
on
was
it
it last time? Was it donut?
breaks my heart. Huh?
No, the espresso.
Fucking
Water
your
taxi.
fault.
Well, it wasn't really my fault, was it?
It was your fault.
Yeah, I needed that you weren't concentrating.
Don't blame me.
You weren't concentrating.
Right, for holding your espresso.
Did you offer? You offered. I didn't tell you to hold it.
No, I didn't offer. You asked me to hold
I
it.
did not.
You asked me to hold
If
it.
you're gonna host in London, you got to be the host.
Shut up, man. Right.
Right.
That's what you got to do. Which other areas are you talking about?
No, I'm just so right. So sorry, no. So coming on to that, and so that tray, the top tray.
Yeah,
how do you
so
clean that?
take out the tray,
The whole tray.
the whole tray, and look into it. And there's probably mold that's grown on the side of it if you use it. If you don't, it might be clean. But I had to do the same thing there, spray it up. I had to take the whole thing out, and there was mold in the tray. I had to spray the mold off it, the mold buster and stuff. Scrub that off. It came off okay. But the lesson is, every time you've done a washing or you've done a set of clothes to be washed, leave your washing machine door open and your tray open.
Because it aerates and
Leave
mold
it open all the time. It airs it, and I haven't got any mold.
Because mold is to do with ventilation, isn't it?
Ventilation and warm conditions and
That's
stuff.
it.
So yeah, leave it open, let it just air out. That's it.
That's the key. Right. And
Easy
so
work.
this we use what, once yearly, twice yearly?
See, September now. I did it in August. Sorry, in April. I might check it. I'll check it like this weekend or something. Have a little peek, see how it's looking.
You ever cleaned your vacuum cleaner?
Yes, all the time.
All the time being?
Every week.
You clean your vacuum cleaner every week?
Because the vacuum cleaner is small, and if you don't clean it regularly, it clogs quickly, so it doesn't hoover properly.
What is it? What have you got?
Just a cheap one, like a cheap one called Vax or something.
Vax is not cheap, man. We got a Vax. Vax is like premium.
It's okay.
Like, basically, we have Dysons.
I think it's called Vax. I think
We have Dysons. And Shindy came in the house.
Dyson's is heavy duty shit, man.
No, man. She was like, Vax is much heavier, like
No,
suction.
no.
Now we got a Henry as well. Like,
No.
All three now.
Dyson is the Usly. Okay, let's not play games.
I
here.
think. Well,
Dyson is the god killer.
You can
okay?
ask Shindy. I think Dyson has the best branding. But I think when we did get the Vax,
technologically, Dyson has the best shit. Put it this way, right? I go to my barber and I say to him, "What hairdryer do I get in case I want to get a new hairdryer because mine's battered?" Yeah. He said, "Get a Dyson hairdryer." I said, "They're expensive."
Branded.
He said, "They're worth every fucking penny." I said, "Why?" He said, "It does this weird thing where you blow dry, but it doesn't extrapolate too much heat onto your hair to ruin your hair, but it still dries it perfectly and holds shape." And I'm like,
this sounds like
wow.
Placebo. People say this.
That's
about
what he
Travis all the
said.
time.
That's
yeah,
what
that's what I
he
mean.
said,
So he
right?
likes a brand.
No. I think he does too. And I was like, fair enough. If you're a barber and you use hairdryers all the time, I'll take
You're
your
gonna
word
want the
for it.
edge. Yeah.
Take your word for it. Now, I've used the Dyson at my mum's
Yeah.
and I've used the Vax at the flat because I shed a lot of hair and we have carpet.
Hairy man.
The Vax blocks up very quickly
Interesting.
because of the hair and the suction on the carpet. So I have to keep cleaning it every time that we use it to make sure that it stays clean so that it's able to suck up the hair the next week. So every time I've done it, I put it out. And to be honest, you see how much dust and hair you have. It's quite filthy. So yeah, that's why. That's why I know my shit about hoovering as well.
Well, I'm very impressed. Yeah. I was gonna say we clean it, but not that often. So.
Bro, I've taken apart the Hoover to understand how it works.
Who do you sound like now?
I sound like my dad.
You do. You do sound like his son. He's learning now. Take it apart.
Except if I can't do it, I'll be like, I can't do it. I'm not just gonna leave it there on the side and be like, I'll come back to it. No. I'll do
You
it.
need to mull it over. Right,
He doesn't mull it over. He forgets.
Inspiration may strike.
He forgets, bro. There's nothing to
And
be
then he turns up in your
inspired
lunch
by.
break. He's like, "Let's fix it now."
My lunch break, bro. I was at the house today and Dad had Bronny over.
Sorry, you're talking about your dad now.
Yeah. I'm at home.
You're at your
Mum's home.
house. Guests have come over.
Random two.
You knew they were
random
coming.
Two old men came
Did you
over.
know? Did you know they were going to come?
I didn't know who they were.
No, did you know they were coming?
No, I didn't.
Right, so you're home chilling.
I wasn't chilling. I was working.
Oh, sorry. This is in the day.
This is
working.
daytime.
Right, go on then.
11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
upstairs.
right.
I hear the door open. Someone was coming to give a quote for some work to be done in the house. Fine.
Contractor. Yeah.
Cool. I come back downstairs. I'm still here and talking, but it's in Punjabi, and I'm like, the guy who came earlier was white. So I'm
Now learn
downstairs.
Punjabi. That's what you
Downstairs, and I'm like,
what's happening here?
who the fuck's this?
Yeah.
So fine, cool. I leave him to. I go back upstairs, still working. Take lunch about 1:30. Come downstairs. Say my cigar. And the uncle said to me in Punjabi, he said, "What to get on?" And I was like, "Do you want to slap?"
Hunne time uthanda?
Genuinely, I was like, "Do you want to slap?" I've been up since 6 a.m. Fuck you, right?
Why did it trigger you so much?
Huh?
Why did it trigger you so much?
Because
Yeah.
number one, you're in my yard, right? My mum and dad's yard. What's it to you if I wake up early or late? Number two, don't insinuate that I've woken up late just because I've washed my hair in my lunch break and come downstairs.
Our generation is really touchy. You obviously didn't say that to him, so it's
No,
fine.
I didn't. I was like, "Cha."
I
said to Dad after, I was like, "Dad, did
Yeah.
you not see that?" He said, "See what?" I said, "Why
Yeah.
do you think that I just woke up? What am I, a lazy shit?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
married
yeah.
munda.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
in the yard on a Wednesday afternoon doing fuck all." Right?
I would have the same sort of secret anger that you have. It's our generation, man. We just really,
I'm telling you, man.
like who are you to say or
But
think?
I think it's him
Because we wouldn't do it. We
I
wouldn't
think
do
it's him thinking because you're at home, you're doing nothing, innit?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. No, I've told you.
But
this
he
story.
doesn't understand that I can just do all my work off my laptop.
This concept is like
He doesn't get it.
the concept of working for yourself, freelancing, and working from home. Even with coronavirus, which has just happened.
I think he was a Gurdwara committee banda or something, so that probably explains it.
Yeah, I've told you a story before. Like on a Monday, if I'm in the pharmacy,
Yeah, you told me.
Do you know what I
Someone
mean?
asked you, "Are you not at work today?"
like why are you not working?
Why
Like
are
it's
you not
that
working?
level of like hate.
Yeah.
You on a Monday, not Kante. You're not retired, so why
Yeah.
why are you hearing it?
Yeah.
Like it's just they just can't get it in their heads.
Raw pain.
Yeah. It's that generation, man. It's just.
Let us know if you agree in the
that.
comments. Do you get annoyed when some random auntie or uncle insinuates some bullshit for you? Because I'm not gonna lie, it did get to me. It did a little bit. It did get to me.
What did your dad say when the guy asked that?
Huh?
So when the person asked that question, did you respond with "I'm working"?
I just looked at Dad.
Did your dad jump in?
And Dad was like, no, he was working upstairs.
Oh, your dad blocked it.
Yeah. Dad blocked it out. I was like, thanks.
Nice.
In my head, I was like, bruv, I've just come downstairs to get some lunch. Okay. And you're throwing shots at me. They were there till 5 o'clock.
11 to 5.
Yeah, I was like, what? Just chilling.
Wow.
Having jar, biscuits.
How can you have that many galan to do?
Huh?
How can you have that much to talk about?
How do you have that much to talk about on a Wednesday afternoon?
Man, prime time. This is one.
Good Lord.
You need to employ them. Give us the jobs.
Employ them to do what? Do nothing. Time pass.
ਇਹਨੂੰ SEO ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ SEO ਹਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ
Google ਦੀ ad
ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਰਚ ਕਰੋ ਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ SEO ਉੱਪਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟਾਈਪ ਕਰੋ shit
I hate you so much.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I've got to edit that out now.
It's been a while now. Yeah. Just
good
intentions.
All right. That's the end of the episode. You know what Karan just did. He baited my workplace out again. I've got to edit that out again.
Believe I can fly.
Oh, an absolute bastard. Okay, right. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Love to you all for listening. Thank you for getting this far. Please subscribe. Please like. Please interact with us on YouTube because thumbnails are going up. All this stuff's looking good. Things are improving, growth, all that shit. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Goodbye.